let's dive in. Let's see. If you had your dream vacation, where would you go and what would you do? This one's pretty easy. This one's been in the back of my mind for a while. I would love to visit Bali, Indonesia with my girlfriend, Nicole. It's been something that we've talked about for a while, ever since we started dating. And we speak about it a lot because we believe in the power of manifestation. So I hope one day we could talk it into being a reality. Next one, if you could take control of anyone's Instagram account for one day, whose would it be and why? I would take over Cristiano Ronaldo's account because he's actually the most followed Instagram account with 459 million followers, and I would just shout myself out on it. Nothing like free clout. What is something most people who follow you don't know about you? There's a lot of things that I'm hiding from you guys, but one thing that actually is a big part of my daily life is my obsession with washing my hands. I don't do it purposefully. Sometimes I just find my body just doing it naturally because ever since COVID started, I have inherited a really bad obsession with washing my hands. Like, I'm talking maybe, you know how like they say to, sing the alphabet when you wash your hands, or like sing yourself happy birthday? I sing myself like an entire album when I wash my hands. And it's bad. My hands get really dry and chapped. I have moisturizer, so it's okay. What is one of your most embarrassing moments? I have a lot. When I was 5, my parents brought me to a James Taylor concert, and they had glow sticks, right? Like the little sticks that you could snap and then they glow, and you put them on your neck, put them under your arm. I decided to be a little adventurous, and I said no to the status quo of putting it around your neck and your arm, and I put it in my mouth and I chewed on it, and before you knew it, my mouth was glowing and I was screaming. Have you ever seriously considered quitting social media? That just took a very serious turn. Yeah, on numerous occasions, in fact. The only times that I really considered quitting was during like the release of a movie, specifically Diary of a Wimpy Kid, just because of the, I guess I'll call it, backlash me and the rest of the cast received. And it was bad. I was new to social media at the time as well, and the power of social media just allows anybody to hide behind their screen and say whatever they choose to, whether it be good or whether it be bad. And I mean, in my case, there was a lot of bad, many trolls. So many times I thought of quitting. If you could find out one thing about your future, what would it be? I'd like my future to really be a surprise. I quite enjoy the curveballs that life throws at me. It keeps me on my toes. If there's one thing that I'd like to know, though, I want to know if I get over my my dairy allergy. I want to know if I could finally dig into some Cherry Garcia from Ben & Jerry's. I haven't had Cherry Garcia in so long, and I can't. Like, one bite, and I mean, I would regret it in an instant. So I'm dying to know if I can just eat just one bite of Cherry Garcia. If you could meet any 3 people, dead or alive, who would you want to meet? Will Ferrell, definitely one of them. I was close to meeting him, actually. It was at the Daddy's Home 2 premiere. And I mean, I've always been a huge fan of Will Ferrell, all of his work. Anyone asked me, like, if there's one person you like to work with, who would it be? It was always Will Ferrell. He was always my answer. And I finally had the chance to meet him at the Daddy's Home 2 premiere. And I was asking everybody where he was, and they were telling me, you walk inside of, it was like, they had this nice little venue. They're like, you walk inside, you make a right, you make another right. He should be sitting there right in a booth. And I walked in and I had the hugest grin on my face. I'm like, I'm finally about to meet one of my idols. And I turned the corner and he wasn't there. So Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey, another one of my idols. And I'm a very big baseball fan too, so Babe Ruth, yeah, changed the game. And they also made a really good candy based off of him. If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would you choose? Cereal. Or no, Captain Crunch, to be even more specific. Oh, you cannot go wrong with Captain Crunch. Oops, all berries. Just in case anyone wants to buy me a gift. What advice would you give to your past self? Everything's gonna be all right, and you will grow up to be a very handsome young man. Because he was worried. He was worried back then. Do you have any hidden talents? This could also be put in the category of one of my most embarrassing moments. But it's also a talent, don't get me wrong. I, believe it or not, have the incredible ability to eat raw chicken and walk away totally unscathed. Two raw chicken breasts. And before you say what the heck are you talking about, let me just give some background info. It was actually 3 nights ago. I was upstairs in my room. I'm watching Netflix all day, and I'm hungry. Watching Netflix makes you hungry. So I went downstairs, and I just saw all this food. I think my parents went to some kind of market, and they got all this food, and there was this one container that had really just something appetizing in it. It just looked appetizing, and I let my stomach do the decision making for me. I grabbed it, I bit into it. I'm like, it's a little bit chewy, but it was good. So I kept eating it. And then last night, it came to my attention that it was raw chicken, and I was fine. So yeah, not many of you can say that you can do that. Who are your role models? I can be really sincere and say my parents, just because of what they've done for me and how much they've sacrificed. But I'm just gonna say my dog, my Bichon Frise, Cooper. He's a cool guy. I really admire him because he has the incredible ability to just stay so calm under such intense moments, and I envy that nonchalantness, if that's a word. I love you, Cooper, if you're watching. What are your favorite movies of all time? The Shining, number 1. The Shining. It's been my favorite. Will stay my favorite. Us, by Jordan Peele. Phenomenal. I watched it on premiere night, and wow. I watched it on premiere night with my brother, actually, and we still talk about it to this day. It's such a good movie. I'm throwing a third one in there. Grown Ups 2 is pretty funny. Yeah. Which one of your accomplishments are you proudest of? I'm pretty proud that I ate those chicken breasts and I wasn't sick. I'm also very proud, actually. It was my 9th grade school play production of Bring It On. And on the 3rd night of the show, one of the main characters or main actors who played Steven, he was out for an unknown reason, and this was about an hour and a half, hour 15 before showtime that we got word that he wasn't going to come. And I'm sitting there in the dressing room. The director comes to me and goes, Jason, we need you to fill in the role. So for an hour 15, probably an hour 10 actually, before the show, I was in the film room watching the actor play the role, and I was studying the script and looking at all the movements and all the blocking for him, and I pulled it off. One of the biggest adrenaline rushes of my life. I came home and passed out for hours. I'm pretty proud of that, actually. I also beat my brother at Mario Kart the other night, which I'm really proud of too. If you were stranded on an island and could only take 3 objects, what would they be? I would take my girlfriend, first off, because she's a really good cook, and she would whip us up some dumplings while we're there. I would say take a book, but I don't think that would keep me occupied for long, so I'm gonna take my phone so I can play Angry Birds or something. And the last thing that I would take, a fidget spinner. I think those are good. Last one, what's my favorite holiday? I don't quite celebrate it, but Christmas. There was something so so warm about being able to sit in my friend's house and watch him open gifts under the tree. Christmas. They got some good songs and movies out of that holiday too. So Christmas. All right, and we finished all the questions. Thank you so much if you made it this far. I hope you enjoyed watching me answer questions. I'm Jason Drucker, and I love you. Peace.